Fourth quantum number is designated with an S, and it corresponds to the spin of an electron in an orbital. Every orbital can contain up to 2 electrons, each possessing opposite spin. It makes sense because electrons repel each other. So it's kind of like the thumbs up, thumbs down rule that I've used before. They're opposite spin. Each electron in the same orbital has similar energy. That's called a degenerative electron. The values of S range from +1/2 to -1/2. Again, it indicates the direction that the electron is spinning. As you can see here, we write it into the orbital, which is the third quantum number, M, as follows. We can use up and down arrows, or we can use a circle with X's in it like that. Each line represents an electron, or you can use +1/2, -1/2. So let's take a look at some examples here and start writing these quantum numbers. I'm going to begin with hydrogen, just to make it really easy. Hydrogen nuclear symbol is 1 and 1. And we always try to start with the lowest energy level first. Energy level 1 would be first. So we designate that as a 1. Energy level 1 has 1 sublevel, that's the S. And S has 1 orbital. Then I need to indicate the spin. And I use an arrow like that, or you can use a top-headed arrow, whatever. Compare that with helium. If we go with helium here, helium has 2 protons, and when it's neutral, has 2 electrons. Again, it's in the first energy level, so it's going to have 1 there. Has 1 sublevel, that's the 1s. And now it has 1 orbital again, but 2 electrons to put in there. So the first electron would be an up arrow, and the second would be a down arrow. And many times you'll see this, they'll take those 2 electrons and they'll put it right there, and here there's 1, so we write it like that, 1s1, 1s2, and that's what you'll find on your periodic table. Okay. Number 3, which would be lithium. Lithium has 3 protons, therefore 3 electrons when it's neutral, and we always begin with energy level 1. Energy level 1 has 1 sublevel, and S has 1 orbital. It takes up to 2 electrons. So the first 2 electrons go here. We can put the 2 there like that, see? 2 electrons here. They're in opposite directions, opposite spin. So take a look. Energy level, or quantum number 1, quantum number 2, the orbital's quantum number 3, and the spin is quantum number 4. So there's all 4 quantum numbers, and each electron is designated separately. But we're not done. We still have 1 more electron. But we've used up energy level 1. So we go to the next highest energy level, which is energy level 2. Energy level 2, if we did it in real life, would be like a step. It would be up here, but I'm just going to write it down. It's called an electron configuration. So again, we have energy level 2. Energy level 2 has 2 possible sublevels, although in this case we're not going to need it. So we start with the lowest energy, 2s. S has 1 orbital. And there's only 1 electron left, so I can put it up or down, doesn't matter. But again, you see principal quantum number, second quantum number is the sublevel, third quantum number is the orbital, fourth quantum number is the spin. And we'll just do 1 more to show you these 4 quantum numbers. And let's try nitrogen. Nitrogen has 7 protons, therefore it has 7 electrons when it's neutral. And so again, we start with energy level 1. Energy level 1 has 1 sublevel. S has 1 orbital. And there are 2 electrons available, so we use them both. And we put a 2 there. There's the 4 quantum numbers. But we still have 5 electrons left. So we go to our next energy level, which is 2. Energy level 2 can have up to 2 sublevels, and this time we're going to write them. There's the S, and then there's the P. S has 1 orbital, but P can have up to 3. So we put all 3 in here. 2P, 2P. See, there's 3 orbitals for P. And many times you'll see X, Y, and Z. It's not necessary, but shows the spatial arrangement of those orbitals. I have 5 more electrons. So again, we go with the lowest energy, which is 2s. And this can take up to 2. So there it is. It takes the 2. And I put a 2 there. So here we go again, quantum number 1, quantum number 2 is the sublevel, quantum number 3 is the orbital, quantum number 4 is the spin. I still have 3 electrons left. So I know that one of them can go here. Where would the next one go? Remember, if I did this like a staircase, it would be more like this. 1s, 2s, and the 2p would be like a new landing. So the energy here is all the same. So if I have an electron here and put another one there, it's actually going to repel. It wants to be as far away as possible. So you could write it over here, the next one, or we usually just do it in order. We put one there. But see, the point is it repels. And I still have, that's 6 electrons, I still have one more. I would put it here. In other words, I wouldn't put 2 in this one before the other one. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But can you see all 4 quantum numbers here? Quantum number 1, second energy level. Quantum number 2 is the sublevel P. Quantum number 3 is the orbitals. There's 3 for P. Quantum number 4 is the spin within the orbitals.